let me just get started on what you're seeing post-pandemic. We have had travel, movement restrictions. How's that affected your business?
Yeah, as you can imagine, there's been an impact across lots of different markets, and we've actually seen kind of a story of two halves. In some markets, where we're really seen as an essential provider of delivery services, we've seen volumes spike by up to 400% over the same time last year. And then other markets, maybe something like India, right after the lockdown, the business went down to a very minimal state.
You are saying now that you are going to continue with your expansion plans in the next few months here in the United States. Given how we're seeing some states reopen, but also the virus cases resurgence, what are your expectations of how this will go?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a huge change in behaviors globally as far as how delivery is being done. A lot of the small businesses, which are our core users, are actually really being forced into digitization of their delivery services. So, and we're seeing similar things in the US, even despite the increase in the virus. Fortunately, we've seen some of the trends here on the Asia side, and we've learned a lot from those. So how we approach the business in terms of how we do contact list delivery, how we do virtual training, all of these things have prepared us to actually go in and really be a partner to these local businesses that are really feeling the effects of, the first wave and possibly the second wave that the US is seeing now.
What do you foresee as being the permanent changes for the industry?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think what this is doing is really speeding up the adoption curve of technology and how that plays a role, especially in the SME segment. So you're seeing, over the last couple of months, we've seen our website traffic go up over 4 times where it was prior to COVID. So there's a huge interest from small businesses actually saying, like, how do I cope with these changes? What can I do? What provides me the flexibility? How do I, kind of escape some of the fixed costs of having to manage my own drivers and buy my own vehicle? So who's there to help me? And this is where Lalamove really comes in and, can play a piece in the transformation and empowering those local businesses.
Can you tell us where you're at when it comes to financing? Because I know a couple of years ago you were saying that within 2 years you were looking at a Hong Kong listing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to say that we've built a very sustainable company. This is something that we've always been focused on. And actually, internally, we don't talk about IPO so much. We talk about building a great company, and we feel like we're still very early in our journey in doing this. So without the need of external financing, we know that as long as we build a good company, a sustainable company, that we'll have a lot of options and that an IPO could be on the table in the future. But really, right now, we're focused on helping those drivers and those small businesses that are really being impacted by COVID.
If you do go public, would that be in Hong Kong?
Again, I think it's probably a little bit early for us to decide. I mean, I think we'll keep most of our options open. I mean, we're proudly from Hong Kong, but we really see ourselves as a global technology company. So we'll do what's right for the company if we do, in fact, decide to go public in the future.
Okay, so you basically deliver everything, right? From documents to furniture. Where are you seeing the most business right now, especially since there are parts of the world that are reopening and then there are parts that are not?
Yeah, again, I think this is really a localized question. So in markets that have gone in full lockdown and or the government stepped in, places like Singapore have really pushed the food delivery business and being an essential service because they've really prevented the movement of people to some degree. And so we've seen a huge increase in the food delivery. But also, as interesting things, the work from home movement has really impacted our business as well, because actually we're helping a lot of these employees and these companies move their things from their office to their homes to support them in, kind of this new normal. So it's really changing depending on the dynamic. And, it's very much a localized question.